Good morning, students. Welcome to my English class once again. Now, guys, today in this video, I'm going to explain a very beautiful poem from your literature book, poem number 9. And the poem is The Mountain and the Squirrel. This poem has been composed by Sir Ralph Waldo Emerson. He was an American poet. He was born in 1803. He wrote his first book, Nature, in 1836. He was an influential writer in his time, and some of his works include essays, first series, essays, second series, and representative men and English traits. So, today we will study the poem The Mountain and the Squirrel. Before starting the poem, guys, just tell me, what are you good at? As we all know that we all are having some minus points and some plus points. We all have different, qualities, different skills. Do your friends also have the same qualities which you have? I think no. It's not possible that everybody has the same skills. It may possible that you are good at dancing, but your friend is not good in dancing. It may possible that you are good at singing, but your friend is not. Everybody cannot dance, everybody cannot sing. It may possible that a person may be able to perform and an extremely complicated task and yet not be able to manage a much simple one. Or, in other words, what might be simple for one could be rather difficult for another. So, guys, in uh, this poem teaches us that each person has his or her own individual talent. So, guys, this poem is a 20-line poem that is contained within a one block of text. The poem speaks on strengths and weaknesses of two quarreling characters. They are Mountain and the Squirrel. What happened once? These two characters, the Mountain and the Squirrel, they had a fight. This is the poem basically is a dialogue between the Mountain and the Squirrel. So let us start the poem. The Mountain and the Squirrel had a quarrel, and the former called the latter Little Prig. What the poem is saying, once what happened that the Mountain and the Squirrel they had a quarrel. Quarrel means fight. Okay. And the former means the first one. Here the former word is used for the mountain. The former called the latter is the squirrel, the person who comes after, जो बाद में आया है. Who is the squirrel? And the former called the latter means the mountain called the squirrel little prig. What is prig? Prig means someone who thinks that they are better than others. So he calls the squirrels little prig. Bun replied. Bun is used for the, bun is the word basically used for squirrels and rabbits. Okay. So Bun replied, the squirrel replied, you are doubtless very big, that there is no doubt that you are very big. You are so huge. But all sorts of things and weather must be taken in together to make up a year and a sphere. But the squirrel says that there is no doubt that you are very big, but to make a weather, all the seasons are required, and to make up the sphere on this earth. Sphere means earth. To make up this earth, all the objects those are there on the earth are required, and to make up a year, all the weathers are required. And I think it no disgrace to occupy my place. The squirrel is very clever, and very cleverly it replied to the mountain. It is not feeling any, disgrace. And disgrace means shame. The squirrel is not feeling shame to be, so small. So she is saying that I think it's no disgrace to occupy my place. If I am not so large as you, you are not so small as I. The squirrel is saying that I am not feeling shame that I am small, because if I am not as large as you, so you are also not as small as I. And not half so spry. Spray means active, and you are not half so active as I am. The squirrel, you people have noticed that the squirrel is a very active animal. Okay, so what the squirrel is saying, कि if I am not as large as you, so you are also not as active as I will not deny you make a very pretty squirrel trick. Now the squirrel is saying that I will not deny that a mountain carries forest on its back, and the mountain, is the place where so many animals and the squirrels can live. The squirrel can make a track into the mountain, But what she is saying, talents differ. All is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forest on my back, neither can you crack a nut. So the squirrel is saying, ki, okay, if I am not as big as you are, so you are also not as small as I. If I cannot carry the forest on my back like you, so you are also not able to crack a nut like me. Okay, talents are differ. What means, the squirrel is not feeling ashamed of himself. He is quite happy with the way he is. He says that I think it's no disgrace to occupy my place. He goes on to say that if he is not as big as the mountain is not half so active as he is. The squirrel means that one creature may not have the same gifts and abilities as another. Okay, so this is the poem. What this poem teaches us? This poem teaches us that each person has his or her own individual talents, and everyone has its purpose. No one is superior or inferior in this world. Everything the God has put very wisely in a very suitable place. Everyone has its own place in this world and its own importance in this world. Okay, so this is the poem, and I think it is clear to you.